Paul. In this episode, we are featuring something I've never tried before, and it is called Laksa Sarang. Sarang means nest, and what did you think of it?
I thought it was really interesting. When I heard nest, like we'd already had roti canai, sarang burong, which is like bird's nest. So I was like, how are they gonna make a bird's nest laksa? Then when I saw how they like deep fry this egg and make this like big thing and pack it in, I was like, that's actually really interesting. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so Laksa Sarang coming up next. And also we have Curry Mee. Curry Mee in KL.
Yeah.
And then I show you how to make a dry curry mee, easy version.
I know, I had to have curry meat twice. Oh, it was so tough. Deliciousness.
And finally, we have the legendary Chef Dave, who makes a vegan version of
Laksam.
Laksam.
I
We've
mean-
seen Renee Johari and Zaleha make a Laksam a couple of episodes ago, but this time it's a vegan version. And what did you think?
I know, it was crazy for me because like the texture of the broth, it's like a fish broth. So how do you replicate it without fish? I'm not gonna say anymore. Just watch the video. Especially for our vegan viewers, you're gonna love this.
Okay. Chef Amin, how are you?
I'm good.
So you're making Laksa Sarang.
Yes.
Laksa Sarang means a bird's nest, is that right?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that, but it's not the original bird nest. The sarang we make it from egg.
From egg,
Yeah.
okay. Are you using like the whole egg or using egg
Yes,
white?
the whole
or-
egg.
Okay, interesting. I've never tried this, so I'm very keen to
Okay.
try. Now, we are in Ipoh at Mu Hotel.
Yes.
And is Ipoh famous for this laksa?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we put 100 ml of water.
Okay,
Okay, very easy one.
sure.
Don't worry.
And do you
Yeah.
always only use ikan kembung or do you use other types of fish as well?
If original Perak one, we just use ikan kembung.
Okay.
But different state in Malaysia, we use different fish.
Okay,
But
sure.
normally, when you talk about asam laksa, normally you have ikan kembung,
Right.
ikan sardin,
Sardine, okay,
and
yeah.
then something like ikan mabung.
Ikan
Because
mabung.
the meat is similar.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
But in Perak, we just use ikan kembung.
Okay, interesting.
So we put bunga kantan.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I want to ask you because in my part of Malaysia, when we talk about laksa, we think of curry laksa. Do you have
Okay.
curry laksa in
Yes.
Ipoh? Okay,
Yes.
sure.
Okay. The curry laksa is we use the curry powder.
Okay,
When you talk about this one is asam laksa,
okay.
no use the curry powder.
Sure.
Yeah.
So usually when someone asks for laksa in Ipoh, do you automatically think asam laksa or do you automatically think curry laksa or do you have to ask them which type?
Normally we when you order the laksa, normally we understand already it's a laksa.
Is this one?
Yeah,
is
it
this
is
type?
one.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
So you're actually boiling the bunga
Yes.
kantan with it, yeah?
Boiling together.
Okay.
Okay, then we put the
The fish?
fish.
Okay.
I already measure all, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So this one is belacan,
Okay.
okay. But this one is up to the customer or up to you when you cook.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't want to cook, also can.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Sure. So the belacan, like how much water do you mix with the belacan to make this? Just
Agak-agak. It's something like
Okay.
agak-agak because
Sure.
not because the belacan to make it the smell and the flavor a little bit only.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So we just wait until boiling,
Okay.
and then you can put the chili kering.
Chili curry? Oh, this is
Yeah.
just chili curry?
Yeah,
no
just
salt,
chili
no
curry.
sugar,
No,
nothing in it?
nothing.
Okay, so it's dried
Okay.
chilies, you soak in water.
It's up to you also. If you like something like spice, you can put more.
Okay, sure.
Okay, but if you ask me for the original Perak one, we just put little bit
Okay,
because
sure.
the garnishing you have the
Okay, the
fresh
chilies
one.
as well, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so chili kering.
You wait until boiling,
Okay.
then you have to and then okay.
Oh, the
Last but
something.
not least, dah asam keping.
Sure, that's the
Okay, to
dry
make it
tamarind.
the sourness.
Okay. You put quite a lot in there, yeah?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Okay.
After you taste, then you got the taste
sour.
of the sour.
Sure.
You can remove.
Okay. You don't put any sugar in there, yeah?
Not yet.
Okay. Sure. I can see the red foam, the orange foam coming through.
It's
yeah?
coming from a chili. Dry
Okay.
chili one.
Right.
Okay.
But so far the soup is very light, you know,
Yeah.
compared to what you see.
Okay. I have already the
The one that you already made before?
Yeah.
Okay, because you have to boil this for like, did you say like 1.5 hours or something?
Yes.
Ah,
So
okay.
you take one.
Okay, sure.
I change?
Yep. So 1.5 hours later, magically it turns into this. The pot's also grown bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the thing. After we done lah.
Okay.
Right.
Do you strain it or you just
No
use
need.
it like that? Okay.
Okay. So after
Very
that,
Mm-hmm.
we want to serve.
Yep.
You stick the laksa noodles
Sure.
as much as you need.
Sure.
You just need to blanch the noodle only.
Yep. Sure.
All the fresh ingredients you just put on the top.
Okay. Sure. And the noodles is actually already cooked. You just soften
Yes,
it up.
yes,
Yeah.
soften. Okay. So you blanch,
Yeah.
not too long because later the noodle broken.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Just put the ingredients.
Okay.
This is the cucumber.
Sure. Is it always these ingredients or do
Yes.
some people use it? Okay. No
Okay.
tauge in it.
No tauge, no pineapple.
Okay.
Okay, because when you put pineapple, automatic become a Penang already.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
So the onion.
So nothing is fried. It's all just
No.
boiled.
Yeah.
So it's very healthy.
Chili.
Chili.
Okay. And the mint leaf.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, the oil hot already.
Wow, it's very hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Then you just put.
Oh wow! Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah. Then after that, open back the
Oh
fire.
wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Then. Okay. So we just put the gravy. As you can see, the color is not red.
Yeah.
It's something like brown.
Yeah.
Then little bit red on the top.
Sure.
So that is the difference between laksa Perak.
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear the crispy.
Yeah.
Then put in.
Okay.
See?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
So become a rasa sarang already.
Cool. Great.
Put a little bit more.
Yeah. And this one, the petis udang.
Yeah, the petis udang you can put later or you can
Okay.
put now.
Okay.
Okay. Because the petis udang is little bit sweetness and
Yeah.
salty.
Sure.
So you just put little
Okay.
bit.
Sure.
But it depends on the certain people lah. If they like something like sweetness and
Yeah.
saltiness,
Mhm.
then you can put more.
Okay.
Same
Cool.
like the calamansi lah.
Sure. If you like
So
it a bit
this
more
is the
sour.
thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this, Chef.
Welcome.
This looks amazing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to trying this.
Yes.
And looking forward to your recipe as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks,
you,
Chef
thank you,
Amin.
Jackie.
I'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you.
Father generation, but father is the first generation, we are second generation. We open since 1990.
Since 19.
Normally customer will choose 4 types of noodles, mee hoon, mee, kway teow, or laksa noodles.
So there's long beans, roast pork. Roast pork you make your own?
No.
You buy?
Yeah.
Oh, you buy. I thought, okay, alright.
So we put
This is the soup one, yeah? Alright. Wow.
This is the standard pork.
Nice.
When I used to make this, I kind of would just make a chicken curry and then serve it with noodles. But Debbie Teo, our Masters of Malaysian Cuisine chef, she gave me her recipe for dry curry mee. To be fair, this is based on Ipoh dry curry mee, which doesn't necessarily come with chicken curry. Okay, so I'm kind of like splitting the difference. I'm making my usual chicken curry mee, but with some elements of Debbie's dry curry mee recipe. Okay, so, and I'm gonna take some shortcuts as usual. So let's get this going. I've got some chicken. These are just chicken pieces that have been chopped up. And I want some curry powder, right? It's a Malaysian curry powder. And I also want some chili powder. This is also a Malaysian chili powder. And it's very mild, which means I can use more of it to produce that vibrant color. Now, Debbie's recipe calls for galangal and turmeric, but in fresh form. Again, I'm using some shortcuts here. I'm using galangal powder and turmeric powder, which you can easily find at your Asian grocery store. Another shortcut here is some ginger and garlic paste that I'm gonna throw in a little bit because I like ginger and I like garlic, but I'm also adding some fresh garlic as well, okay? And lemongrass, and also onion. So I'm using, instead of peeling and mincing fresh onion, I'm using just dried onion over here. Again, you can use dried onion or fried onion or fried shallots, okay? So let's just combine all these ingredients together. Curry powder, very agar-agar. Okay. Turmeric and galangal in there. Some of the chili powder, okay, some ginger and garlic paste here, some fresh garlic. You can use dried garlic if you like. I prefer not to use the minced garlic in bottles. They never seem to taste quite the same. So we've got these. What we want to do, mix all this into a paste, add some water to help it along. Bit of oil. So you want to just fry this up. And because I actually have to fry up the chicken as well, right, I'm going to throw the chicken in very quickly. I'm going to add some curry leaves from my balcony. Not a lot, because that's all I can spare. If you've got more, add more, yeah? Add the chicken pieces. Probably want a bit more curry powder in here. Let's throw in the lemongrass. This is frozen, so now that it's defrosted, it's quite soft. But usually you want to just pound the head of the lemongrass, right? Just to help it help the flavors to release more easily into your food. Okay, we're going to add some seasoning to this. I'm going to put a little bit of chicken powder. Pinch of salt, just a little bit of sugar. There's the salt. Add some coconut cream in here. I'll add more later on. I want to add a little bit of tamarind powder. Just kind of gives a little bit more nuance to the dish, you know. But a little bit goes a long way, so just be careful how much you add. How long it takes really depends on how big your chicken pieces are and whether they're on the bone or off the bone. I'm just going to add more coconut cream to this because I tend to like my curries quite creamy. And while the chicken is cooking, you want to separately prepare some noodles. And usually with this dish, you can use really all kinds of noodles, but more typically you would probably find it served with like wonton noodles, certainly in my part of Malaysia anyway. So these are the wonton noodles that we're using. And I've just separately boiled it in a separate pot of water. So here are my noodles. interestingly enough, in Ipoh, this was served to us with Ipoh kway teow, which is rice noodles, which is not typical in my part of Malaysia, but obviously Ipoh is famous for its rice noodles because they're very soft and very delicate. So, there you go. Okay, have a go. Let me know how it turns out. Vegan Chef Dave. I've traveled all over Malaysia and I've tried all kinds of laksa. I have not tried a vegan one yet. So
Okay.
tell me what you're making.
Okay, so basically vegan laksa, I have tried like 4 different types. One is Sarawak laksa, I made it into vegan version, and Penang laksa, and curry laksa, the laksa lemak, the Melaka one, and also Laksam. So this is the vegan belacan or vegetarian belacan. There's 2 forms. One is the raw, like a ball, and one more is like in a powder form, which you can buy online here in Malaysia.
Okay.
But this one normally I get from morning market.
Okay. So it's actually fresh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
nice,
very-
nice.
So for my sambal, very simple, just some red chili.
Sure.
So I'm using about 5. Just you wanna cut them or just plug them like this will do. And then some chili padi to give you extra heat.
Sure.
And then belacan, I put about 1 to 2 tablespoons.
Okay. Now, I'm
Okay.
wondering with the chili padi, why is it green? Why is it always just green? I see that a lot in Malaysia.
Yeah,
In
there's
Australia, it's
red
usually
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is red and green both.
Sure.
The red one is more spicy than the green one.
Okay.
So it depends. For me, I would like to mix both so that
Okay.
it give you a nice color.
Sure.
And then I'll add some brown sugar, or you can use gula melaka.
Okay.
So it's totally up to you.
Cool.
And some salt, or you can use soy sauce as well.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
totally depend on how you wanna make it. And some mushroom powder.
Okay.
You know, or you can avoid this if you don't want it. It's totally fine, no
Sure.
any issue. Lime first,
Okay.
and then if I need more, I can just add more in.
Sure. You don't use calamansi, you just use normal lime.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just use normal lime. If you want to use calamansi, you can, but for laksam, I would like to add calamansi at last to put as a topping
Okay.
that people can squeeze in.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Calamansi is quite hard to get a hold of in
Yeah.
Australia, so
Oh, okay.
normal lime actually works quite well.
so now we're just gonna blend them.
This is much
Okay.
faster than tumbo.
Yeah, definitely. I love to use this. Okay, so basically now we're gonna taste. So when you texted me, I was like, I'm gonna do this.
Now I feel bad.
No. I mean like, well, tomorrow once I rest a whole day, it'll be fine.
Sure.
But this is like an opportunity to cook together.
Yeah.
Now our sambal belacan basically is done.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to transfer them in a bowl. So vegan laksam normally goes with fish, right?
Yeah.
Any laksa, they normally comes
Yeah.
with fish except the curry laksa.
Yeah.
But for this, the simplest one you can use vegetarian fish, which come in a block with
Yeah.
the seaweed and
Sure,
all that.
sure.
But personally, I don't really like it because of the texture, more like a tofu and too soft. So when you blend it, it doesn't give you a weight of the fish texture.
Sure.
So I would love to use soy meat. This we call soy meat or soy chunk. So it's a dry version of soy texture.
Okay. You can
You
get
know?
this quite easily. Actually,
Yeah, and it's
from
very
Asian
cheap as
stores.
well. So you just soak them in the water.
Sure.
So you will get this. As I said, it won't give you 100% like fish kind of texture, but it's better than the mock fish.
Sure.
So now what we're going to do is just going to take this,
Okay.
just add into the blender.
So you just soak it in cold water?
Yeah, Just
Okay.
soak in cold water will do.
Sure.
So what we're going to do now to have that fishy flavor, I'm just going to add in 1 or 2 pieces of this
Japanese seaweed.
seaweed.
Okay.
We just tear them and just
Sure,
add them in to have that flavor. So some people like to add a bit more. So
Okay.
it just basically depends on how much you want to add in, no any issue. So the water you just add same level as the soy milk.
Okay. So is it cold water or hot
Yeah,
water?
just cold water will
Okay,
do.
sure.
Add in some onion. So I put about 2 medium size, about 2 garlic. Blend them. You can feel like it's really like thick, right?
Yeah.
So what you
It
can
looks
just-
like the fish paste.
Yeah, yeah. So just
Sure.
add a bit of water.
Sure.
And don't blend it too fine as well. Okay, I think just nice.
Sure.
So just turn on your stove and get a pot and just pour them in so you can see the texture. It's like
Okay.
you know. So just have to pound them a bit. Even you can just add in one will do.
Sure.
Just pound them a bit
Sure.
and just add in. And now very important, coconut milk. So just put about 60% of it,
Okay.
and the remaining 40% just keep it here
Sure.
and just give a good stir, because it shouldn't be like too thick. It should be a bit like saucy kind of
Okay.
texture, not like too big fire.
Okay.
And add in your asam keping. So I'm just going to add in here a bit.
Sure.
So it depends. Some people like it to be spicy, some not. But I like it to be just on the medium side.
Sure.
So not too much. Just nice enough for you.
Sure.
So once it start to boil, make sure the fire has to be just like medium. Just let it slowly simmer.
Sure. So.
Okay, so after like 10 minutes and so, especially the raw onion smells has cut down a little.
Yeah.
So now make sure you adjust all your seasoning, or you can
Yeah.
adjust even after. So you still have remaining about 40% of the coconut milk. Just add in.
Sure.
And just let it simmer for another 5 minutes.
Okay.
So for noodles, it's very simple and straightforward recipe. Just use rice flour, about
Okay.
2/3 cup, or you can use 1.5 cup if you are doing a lot. But I'm
Sure.
just doing a little for this, so I
Sure.
did just about 2/3 cup of rice flour.
Sure.
About 1 tablespoon of this
Wheat flour.
wheat flour,
Plain
tepung
flour.
gandum.
Yeah.
So that's it. So we're just going to add some salt, and then we're going to add about roughly about 1 cup of water. So
Sure.
it just mix just about 2/3. So I'm just adding this and a bit more,
Sure.
so that there's no any lump in it.
Sure.
So once this Laksam sauce is done, this is my own take onto this, because being a vegan version, it doesn't really give you a lot of that fishy flavor and to the depth of for that sauce.
Sure.
So I would love to add in sometime bunga kantan. I
Okay.
just cut it into half and put
Sure,
in,
sure.
and also some kasum, so that it give you more aromatic to
Sure.
the finishing sauce.
Sure.
So I'm just going to add in some down kasum. No need to
Sure.
do anything, just add in and just leave it there once the fire is off. So it's up to you whether you want to do it or
Yeah.
not.
Sure. So down kasum is what we call
Vietnamese,
laksa leaves or
yeah.
Vietnamese mint.
Yeah.
And muang kantan is ginger torch.
Torch ginger. Yeah.
Torch ginger flour. Yeah.
So yeah. So I just put a stacker like this. Or you want to use steamer, more than welcome to use. There's no any issue.
Sure.
So
But
That's
this is the
this.
easiest way to do it.
yeah, this
in
is
my
the
opinion.
easiest way
Yeah.
to make your life easy as well. Okay, so our mixture is ready. So I don't think so you can make a lot from this, but maybe about 3 or 4 noodles.
Sure.
But then
Sure.
at the tray, so that it doesn't stick later
Sure.
once your noodle is done.
Sure.
And make sure your wok is really hot. One, you just put this in first and
Sure.
just let it steam for a while.
Sure. Sure.
Ladle of this and just put it there. Maybe no need even 1 ladle. because the more you put, the more it will turn out to be. So I think this is just nice as long as it covers most of the space.
Sure.
And maybe a bit more. That is here. Sure. Tasted the Laksam. So for this, you have to very thinly slice them in order to have a nice, or else it will be fibrous and not really nice to eat them. So you have to really thinly slice them. You can get some calamansi lime, just throw away the top of it.
Sure.
Then we can squeeze into the Laksam later.
Oh,
Okay,
beautiful.
once you see it's like some water drips on top and it's, yeah, so means it's done. So you just have to take them out and then you can start rolling them. So it's maybe a bit hard. You can see this a bit like how to say, tebal.
Yeah, a bit
thick,
thick, yeah.
a bit thicker. So you always have to make sure don't pour too much in.
Sure.
And then just slowly roll them. Since you already put oil in it, so it's a bit easy for you to take them out actually.
Sure.
Okay, so now basically all our ingredients are done for the Laksam. Just have to assemble them. So what I'm going to do now, first of all, just scoop some sauce and just place into the plate first, or in a bowl or shallow plate or whatsoever it is.
Sure, sure.
This I just love to plate them nicely like in a hotel. And then, okay, here's the noodle. So just going to cut them.
Oh, so it's quite soft.
Yeah, it's quite soft and especially it's hot now.
Sure.
Yeah. Just add all these condiments on the sambal.
Great. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so basically that's simple and easy vegan
Simple
Laksam.
and easy. It's like, oh my god, how long did that take you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that looks
Yeah.
beautiful.